NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Borchers Family Floor Store, and NK Telco. And our live view sponsor tonight, Borchers Family Floor Store. Just before our opening tip-off, I'm Dave Helmstetter. Along with me tonight, Jeff Henchen. Battle of a couple of All-Glaze County long-standing rivals. Waynesfield-Goshen, they come in after a win against Elgin. They stand 4-9, I believe, on the season. 4-8 on the season. And the Tigers, Brad Klum, kind of up and down on the season, and a young squad, really.
Well, they lost their first 6 games of the season in the sense of won 4 of 2 and got a big game, I believe, on the road it was last night against Elgin, who shot 60%, but Waynesfield still found a way to battle and get their third out of the past 4 games wins, 4-2 in their last 6, and they're beginning to get better as what they're doing. Now they have an injury tonight. Dalton Jordan injured his ankle last night. He's about a 10-point game scorer, so he's not playing tonight. That won't help when they're playing against a very talented team that's got a lot of momentum right now in Minster Wildcats.
Wildcats stand 8-6, 2-2 in MAC play. Heavy part of their schedule. They also are missing a key player for tonight's game against Waynesfield.
Last night in the win against New Knoxville, Cole Richards sprained his ankle after making a 3-point basket. Landed on a defender from New Knoxville, rolled his ankle late in the game. He's walking tonight. I talked to him before the game. I saw him here on the court. He's not in uniform, but he will not play tonight. But boy, lately now, the Wildcats, it doesn't matter. They can put about 7 guys on the court, rotate them through, and you don't miss much offensively. You got about 5 guys that can all potentially score 10-plus points a game. So they're really playing well here in their last 5 that they've won. They're averaging 60 points in those wins and averaging 54 points on the season overall. But playing very good basketball now.
Yeah, plus 4.7 for the Wildcats in point differential, always a good sign. 8-6 as they begin to hit. They got, Tuesday they play at Marion Local in a make-up MAC contest, and then follow it up on Friday against Delphos St. John's, a leader in the MAC. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have our national anthem. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Introduction of our starting lineups coming up here in just a moment here on NK Telco Sports. Officials for tonight's game: Jerry Mader, Dustin Snow, and Jim Troyer will be on the call tonight here in the Minster Waynesfield-Goshen non-league basketball game. Minster, a big winner in tonight's junior varsity contest. Officials being introduced, and we're set for our starters tonight. Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers. 5'8" junior guard, Jace Kaufman. Number 1. And number 3, a senior at 5'10", Landon DeWitt. Another sophomore, 5'11", number 5, Levi Glick. And 6-foot junior, number 14, Carson Barnes. And a senior in the middle at 6'5", as Waynesfield will beef it up inside, Jay Carter, number 45, against a very good rebounding Minster team. So it's Kaufman, DeWitt, Glick, Barnes, and Carter for Waynesfield. Under head coach Brad Klum, if the name sounds familiar, former coach at Allen East. Lights are dimmed here at Minster for the introduction of their starting lineups.
Starting lineups for your Minster Wildcats. 6-foot sophomore guard.
A sophomore at 6 foot, averaging 8.3 points per game, Cole McClurg. A junior, 5'8", Connor Smeezing, number 10. He'll start in place of Cole Richard, who injured his ankle against New Knoxville. Another junior at 6 foot, number 12, Brogan Steffi. Steffi, number 3 in the MAC with 40 assists, averaging 12.9 points per game, Brogan Steffi. And number 15, 6'3" junior, averaging 6.5 points per game, James Niemeyer. And in the middle, number 42, Cole Albers, a 6'8" sophomore. Albers averaging 8.8 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per contest, and a key player in the middle for the Minster Wildcats. And now our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers.
Well, the Tigers want to make sure they can contain Cole Albers. He's a big guy in the middle, and want to make sure he doesn't have his way. He's a good shooter once he touches the ball. Also, they want to do their best to hold down the boards. Again, battling a very athletic Minster team, and limit turnovers. They don't want to give up a lot of easy opportunities for the Cats on turnovers in transition. And for Minster, Coach McClurg talked about don't throw the ball away. He has been a little bit unhappy with some of their stats or some of their assists to turnovers. Some of the games are having more turnovers than assists, and we'd like that to be a positive ratio. Continue to shoot well. They've been shooting the ball very well as of late, and be active on defense. They've got some lengthy, athletic players that cover a lot of ground on the half court and make that cumbersome to the Waynesfield offense.
Waynesfield will have first possession. Our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Into the lane, and there's the steal. Steffi off the glass. 7 minutes, 31 seconds left in the quarter, and Minster has a 2-0 lead.
Points off turnovers in transition, exactly what Waynesfield didn't want to happen and exactly what Minster is hoping to create with their active athletic defensive unit.
Kaufman for 3, shot no good. Albers with the rebound. Just got to believe Minster's quickness will be a factor in their ability to play some decent defense. Albers short hook, 4-0.
I would agree, and you know they're just athletic. They're active on their feet. They've got good team speed. They can cover a lot of ground and make it feel like there's 6 or 7 defensive players on you at one time. Boy, good shot.
Levi Glick. Saw him earlier in the season. Had a nice game against Botkins. 5'11" sophomore with the basket.
Did Glick or Barnes make that?
I thought it was Glick.
I thought it was Barnes.
Shot inside. We'll correct ourselves in a minute here. Battle for the rebound. Niemeyer has it. Albers puts it up, and he'll draw the foul.
Niemeyer's with a couple looks, right, on that, and then Albers.
You're right. Carson Barnes hit it.
But right there, offensive rebounding. Minster got 2, haven't scored yet, but able to have a chance here with any type of score from Albers to capitalize on their offensive rebounding. Albers a pretty good free throw shooter for 6'8" sophomore, 70%. Only has like maybe, I don't know the exact number, but I think less than 20 attempts on the season. And you'd think that maybe pounding inside that he would draw more contact and fouls, but sometimes when you shoot the ball very well from all over, there's not a lot of necessity that every possession has to go into them. They can score from outside, they can score from inside.
Turnover.
Yep.
Albers lead pass from Cole McClurg. McClurg with the assist. Albers has already got 5 points in tonight's game as Minster has a 7-3 lead as we approach the 6-minute mark.
And 4 points off those 2 Waynesfield turnovers that have been live ball turnovers. This is their 3rd turnover for the Tigers, but it will be a dead ball. But Minster has taken advantage of those live ball situations and capitalized for 4 quick points, 4 of their 7 on those turnovers.
Steffi over to McClurg. Albers comes out, goes inside Niemeyer, back out. McClurg, Schmeezing out front, Steffi in the wing. On Steffi is DeWitt outside 3 for Albers. Hits the front of the iron. Niemeyer with the rebound. McClurg open for 3. Shot too strong. Rebound, Jay Carter for the Tigers. Glick wants to go inside. Cut off there by Steffi. Outside 3 by Barnes. Shot no good. And Schmeezing grabs the rebound. Steffi up quickly. McClurg back out to Schmeezing. Albers comes out. Niemeyer inside.
Zone defense for the Tigers, but nice job moving around the ball. Another assist from McClurg. Bucket from Albers, and Coach Plum talked about wanting to control Albers. He hasn't been their main offensive threat this year at 8 points a game, but he already has 7 here in the quarter.
Another turnover by the Tigers. McClurg's going to take it inside, puts it up, no good. Carter will clear the boards for Waynesfield. Landon DeWitt, a 5'10 senior, brings it up court. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go. First quarter play. Glick from long range. Shot bounds back out, and he's going to be over and back. That's how far it bounced. It bounced so far deep that way, and then the pass that came back brought him back over the timeline.
I just looked down, so Waynesfield got the rebound and then threw it back to Glick, and he was in the back court, back into the front court quick enough.
That's correct.
Tough break for the Tigers, and substitution for the Cats, Ian Homan, for 6'3 junior for Minster. Again, no seniors on the Minster roster.
Minster with a 9-3 lead. Inside Niemeyer to Holman, back out front Steffi, into the lane, 15-footer. Brogan Steffi. Timeout Waynesfield, 4 minutes, 13 seconds. Minster on a pretty good pace as we approach the 4-minute mark. They've got 11. Waynesfield 3. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
4 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Opening quarter play. Minster coming out hard against Waynesfield. Going inside to Albers. Steffi is warming up. And, all of the turnovers. I'm not sure what the turnover number is, but
5-0 unofficially. And of those 5, Minster again has turned them into at least 4 points. So that's a third of their offense here in the quarter. Then Albers has 7 more in the half court, so they've just been very efficient. And they've come out aggressive here against the Tigers on their home court, against
Barnes.
Wildcats home court.
Jump shot rolls off. Rebound will come back down to Kaufman. He'll lose it out of bounds.
Where Waynesfield, they've had a couple now offensive rebounds. Last time they threw it to a teammate who couldn't get back into the front court quick enough for a turnover. That time, Kaufman, I believe it was, had it, lost it off his foot. So 6 now first quarter turnovers. We're just halfway through the first quarter for the Tigers.
Noah Schwederman into the Minster lineup, number 14. Steffi, he'll connect.
Boy, those are back-to-back pull-up jump shots that are tough to guard when you don't time it and can't get up to match Steffi's verticality, and he's been able to finish with 2 back-to-back soft shots from about 15-foot mark.
That's right where he likes to shoot it. Waynesfield down by 10 already with 3:11 to go. First quarter. Carter looking inside for Kaufman, but it's going to be taken away. Niemeyer.
It was the right idea, but again, good hands by Minster, reacting and recovering, knocking down the backdoor cut. Minster's first turnover right there.
Up court comes Glick.
But Minster, I mentioned it during our pregame and during early in the first quarter, they just cover a lot of ground. That pass looked like a beautiful pass from Carter back door. It looked like it was going to Kaufman, and then all of a sudden a white shirt shows up there to deflect it and come up with a steal.
Barnes shot no good. Rebound to Kaufman. He'll bank it home. Couple of threes are what Waynesfield-Goshen has.
Well, they'll take it, and they needed something as that cuts the lead to 7.
McClurg out to Schwederman. McClurg for the shot. Cole McClurg.
His 17th on the season, a 50% three-point shooter. Very good accuracy from beyond the arc.
Ranks number 4, at least coming into this week's play in the MAC in three-point field goal shooting. Inside the lane, he'll draw the foul, and Landon DeWitt finds an opening in the paint, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Pretty good decision there by DeWitt, 5'10 senior. Got the basketball and saw the opening. A very quick first step by DeWitt gave him the advantage. Then all you have to do is finish going to the basket, draw the foul, and that's exactly what he did. 2 free throws coming up.
5'10 senior, free throw off target. Connor Schmiesing will return to the lineup. DeWitt, he'll connect, 16-7, 9-point Minster lead. Under 2 minutes we go in that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Holman working hard off the glass. It doesn't go. He'll get his own rebound. He's going to muscle it back up. Well, he'll dump it off to number 14, Noah Schwederman.
Assist Holman on the offensive putback bucket, and he plays very physical. He went against Carter, made space against him, and able ultimately to feed the pass to Schwederman. 3-point bucket Tigers.
Glick connects from way out there.
Glick and McClurg for the Wildcats played on the same AAU team in the spring, so they know each other well. Teammates in the offseason, if you will.
Nice move by Niemeyer off the glass, and the junior has his first basket of tonight's game. 20-10. Minster on a pretty fast scoring pace here in our first quarter.
They've scored the ball well recently, back-to-back games of 74 against New Knoxville and Ansonia.
Barnes three-pointer off target. McClurg now has it. Moves into the lane. Back out front, Niemeyer. There's Schmiesing. He'll put it on the floor. McClurg has it. Looks down low. Holman, he'll make something happen. Back out Niemeyer over to Schmiesing. He'll take the shot, and he'll knock it home. Connor Schmiesing.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but he's not a three-point scorer per se on the year. He averages around just under 1 point a game. So you know things are going well for your ball club when Schmiesing, not known for his offense, can knock down a triple.
Good ball movement. Schmiesing open, and he hits the shot. Glick will go inside. Missed it the first time, got his own rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, and we've got a whistle, and I think this is going to be a foul on Minster.
But Glick is a pretty athletic ball handler. He like to see him play, trying to do what he can, but pretty quick with the basketball. Got to the basket quickly there, able to rebound his own missed shot and go back at it, pick up the foul against the Cats.
Glick at the line, and the sophomore connects.
Averaging around 14.5 points a game. I didn't know if you mentioned that or not, but very good score. And again, they're playing tonight without Dalton Jordan, who injured his ankle last night. Double-digit score, just over 10 points a game, out of the lineup tonight for the Tigers.
Glick misses the second free throw. There's the steal by Glick after Alber's outlet pass. Holman will get the rebound. He finds Steffi. Glick almost with the steal at the buzzer. Holman fires one up, and we're going to end it. First quarter is history. Minster 23, Waynesfield 11. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. Minster puts 23 points on the board. We talked about their offense. You mentioned how well they played against New Knoxville, 74 points in their last start, and points are coming freely for this team, is even playing without Cole Richard, their leading scorer.
They scored 74 on last night against the Rangers. They had 74 on Tuesday against Ansonia. They've been doing it with very efficient shooting. 60% against Ansonia, 50% against New Knoxville, and in the first quarter, 10 of 16. It will continue, but the Cats 10 of 16 from the field in the first quarter, so a very high percentage.
Moving the basketball so very well, like right there. Niemeyer, beneficiary of the assist and the good pass, and they move the ball like that, and they get the good shot. And
high percentage shot in
high
rhythm.
Percentage, yep.
The good ball movement, also key is good spacing, because you have to be open to catch the ball, and Minster's, again, unselfish.
Boy, you're so right on spacing. They spread it out just a little bit, and good passes, and right now they got a 15-point lead. There's the steal.
Lollipop pass over top.
And Steffi is fouled as he tries to go inside.
When you have Niemeyer defending the point of that press, 6'3", his arms are long, and what happens there is they try to throw it over top of him. Well, that gives the second row defense plenty of time to track it down, just like you saw there. And guess what? The defensive player, in this case Steffi, was moving towards the ball. The offensive player was standing still. So Steffi wins that battle, takes it to the hoop, gets fouled,
and hits
converts.
the free throw. Number 2 in the MAC in free throw percentage at 85%. Again, that's coming into Friday night's
He
play.
missed one or two last night, so that might be at 84%.
All depends how many he shot, too.
It was. I looked at it. I have my stats in my bag. It was under 85%, so it had to come down a little bit. No, it's going to come down a little bit there, too.
Yeah.
It's still pretty good.
It's very good. Glick for 3.
Bank shot, huh?
He calls it. He makes it. Waynesfield hanging around just because of those threes. Move inside off the glass. Steffi, no good. A rebound comes down to Landon DeWitt. He's going to try and go all the way up. Looks for Glick. Looking back inside, but there's nowhere but.
Right idea. Just saw a lot of hands. There was no opportunity to make the pass.
Steffi. Shot doesn't go, but Albers will grab the rebound. Schmeezing back over McClurg. Inside they go. There's going to be a foul on the floor against Jace Kaufman. And again, we get to see it up here from our vantage point, which is above the basket a little bit. And the movement that Minster is having in that offense it
wouldn't be much
fun to watch.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much fun if your defense trying to keep up with it.
No, it would
because
not.
There's constant screening and movement, and Minster's physical, so it's not like just easy passive defense. You've got to fight through a lot of traffic.
Glick will have the basketball. Steffi on him. Glick gets it back to Jay Carter. Now Kaufman will have it out front. Right side it goes to DeWitt. DeWitt. Kaufman. DeWitt now with the basketball. 13-point Minster lead. We've got a lot of basketball in the first half here. 6 minutes plus.
Yep. And that number 5 Glick's got to touch it every time. I think he's one of the leaders on their team. He makes a lot of things happen. As long possession, they come up empty.
Barnes misses the jumper. Outside 3. Niemeyer unable to connect. Here comes Glick. He'll come across the timeline. Goes right side, and number 3, Landon DeWitt. Short jumper, no good.
Might have been blocked.
I think I'd call that a block by Albers.
He averages 1 a game, at least 1.
Turnaround jumper, McClurg. Oh, he doesn't get the roll.
You're supposed to get those at home.
Yeah, you are.
Soft touch, doesn't drop. Break for the Tigers.
Nice move by McClurg, but unfortunately the shot doesn't fall. Waynesfield back on the attack. Head coach Brad Klum shouting instructions to his team. Looks like they're going to clear it out and try and set something up. But we got a legal screen down there somewhere.
Jay Carter away from the basketball.
Jay says, me?
Yeah.
Hey.
4th team foul of the quarter. Minster with no team fouls here in the second quarter.
Steffi will walk it up. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the first half of basketball. Niemeyer inside. Holman off the glass. He'll draw the foul. They get it down low, and it's either a foul or an easy bucket.
Yeah, and right there we had a great angle. Carter, when Holman went up, his one arm was not vertical. It was after the whistle, but when Holman went up to shoot, that arm was leaning forward, and we had a great angle, and unfortunately it's his second foul back-to-back. His third foul of the game.
Free throw is good by Holman. He gets his first point.
I mentioned when Smeezy hit a three-pointer, Connor Smeezy, you know things are going well. Connor Smeezy not really known for his offense so much. Also another sign that things are going well is Holman hit a free throw. He's just under 40% on the season. Now needs to make this one to make it right. And
he does.
So, but getting some good action from him tonight again. Plays hard and physical.
Good pressure defense by the Wildcats. DeWitt goes inside, puts it up and in. And
good move. That time Waynesfield in the half-court defense the Minster put on, able to, I like to call it snap, crackle, and pop it. They snapped it from one side of the court to the other with an aggressive line drive pass. Minster couldn't steal it. And then DeWitt, because of the overreaction, went back against the grain as Minster was running at him. He was going towards the basket, picks up a foul in the bucket. So if you can snap it around the court, you can beat the Minster defense because you can throw it faster than they can run. But so many times that lollipop pass just gives the Cats enough time, in this case, to come up with steals or recover defensively before you have a chance to attack. So ball movement is critical.
Landon DeWitt now has 4 points. McClurg will come back in. Albers will catch a breather with 4:46 to go here in the first half.
I just noticed Albers was wearing a blue shoe and a green or an orange shoe.
We'll have to check that out a little later
anymore,
on.
I shouldn't be surprised. So, but I just noticed he was walking off. I did not notice that until now. So
I noticed in the JV game there must be a lucky headband because they were passing a headband around, and Corona hit that shot.
He had a couple of them.
That brought the biggest ovation of the night late in that game. That was during the junior varsity contest won by Minster. DeWitt will shoot the three and he'll connect it.
Nice answer here for the Tigers. Pretty aggressive. They capitalized on the Minster turnover, scoring a three-point basket. Corona had the headband on last night in the JV game, too. I remember seeing him last night at New Knoxville.
He gave it to Pranger, and it must be something going wrong with that on the JV squad. Holman with it, back out Steffi. Little pump fake, dishes it off as he goes inside the lane. Holman misses the shot, and Levi Glick will get the rebound. Suddenly, the Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers with a nice possession here.
Minster's
can
not
move a little closer.
In single digits now. Minster has had a turnover. They've also not scored in a high percentage shot the last trip, and Waynesfield has scored on basically 6 points from DeWitt, a three-pointer and a old style, and the current one. That one rims in and out. Now to cut it to 6.
DeWitt's shot pops in and out. McClurg, it's going to be short. And battle for the rebound. Up and in as Noah Schwederman gets the basket.
Couple offensive rebounds there for the Cats. Schwederman got his own missed shot to put it back up for points, and it's at least 5 here in the first half coming off offensive rebounds for Minster, back to 11-point lead.
Out front. Kaufman, now Barnes has it. Here comes Glick. Glick back out to DeWitt. He goes inside for the layup.
Nice move. He kind of split the Minster defenders and able to move the ball like around, or get it around the Minster. And then once he did that, open for the layup. Now he's going to go back for the basket. Will be in the act. Nope, on the floor.
He'll draw the foul as Brogan Steffi went up. And once he went up, that's when the foul occurred. So Waynesfield-Goshen
hanging around.
Down by 9.
It seemed like earlier that this could be, I think Coach McClurg senses what we're sensing. He's going to take a timeout and gather the focus.
Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Minster 31, Waynesfield 22. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Minster takes a timeout. All brought to you by Precision Strip. 9-point Minster lead. Wildcats were cruising there in that first quarter, Jeff.
They've slowed down a little bit offensively. They've missed some shots. They've also had some turnovers that the Tigers have taken advantage of. They've kind of given Minster a little bit of their own medicine with scoring off turnovers. They've got some big baskets from Landon DeWitt here in the second quarter, and couple that with some empty trips for the Cats on offense. Here we are, the Tigers down by just 9.
Number 23, Turner Thompson into the lineup. Outside jumper, there it is. Levi Glick warming up, and he makes it a 6-point game. He's got 10.
His third three-pointer of the game, and we're back to a 6-point game with 2 minutes to play. Congratulations, good job, Tigers, hanging around and causing Minster a little bit difficulty here in the second quarter.
I think we were all thinking earlier maybe a running clock the way it was going early. Niemeyer will counter, inside move.
Strong and athletic, tough to stop when Niemeyer got squared up. High release point, his 7th point. As the scoreboard flashes number 18 on the board instead of 15, but number 15 on the Minster roster, James Niemeyer.
Outside 3, shot off target by DeWitt, just hit a clunk. Quickly up court, Albers looking for Niemeyer. Just missed him on the pass. Albers frustrated with it. Minster was moving the basketball there for a while very, very well on offense, and they get it inside. They got such a height advantage with some good quality inside people, and the Albers and Niemeyer and Holman, and they were taking advantage of that. Now Waynesfield's slowing this down just a little bit too.
Well, they like the pace. Coach Klum told me before the game if they scored in 19-10 tonight, he would be happy. And I said, that probably won't happen. He said, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Is just wants to keep it under their pace.
And the turnover leads to an easy Steffi basket, or rather, Steffi makes it look easy.
Yeah, he scored it. They capitalized his bottom line. That's at least now 6 points off of Waynesfield-Goshen Tiger turnovers, and Minster's responded nicely after the timeout from Coach McClurg.
Back out to Barnes. DeWitt will hang on to the basketball. DeWitt pressured. Glick has it. Pull-up jumper, no good. A rebound comes down to McClurg, and Minster has a chance to kind of regain that momentum with a score here as we wind down the first half of basketball.
10 seconds.
McClurg pops in and out. Rebound put up and in by Niemeyer. Turnover right at midcourt, and McClurg shot just off target. Waynesfield had pulled it within 6, and Minster's run here at the end of the second quarter makes it Wildcats 37, Waynesfield 25. We'll have our halftime stats coming up. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here at halftime, two teams back on the floor. We saw quite an exciting shoot there by Sadie Newmeyer, and I think she brings home $500 with that. She hit the layup, the free throw, the three-pointer, and then finally hit the one at half court, and she didn't miss on 4 or 5 of those, so or more.
Well, she missed her first 3 or 4 shots at it, right on the money.
And they were right there, yeah.
I think she probably took 5, but hit it right before the music stopped. So Sadie Niemeyer wins some cash tonight. And the way it sounded is that may be, they said, the 4th time that's happened in succession. Although we've been here for some games, I haven't.
We didn't notice it if it happened.
We might have been focused more on our job.
Yeah,
I doubt that, but I don't know. But anyhow, congratulations to Sadie Niemeyer, her team victorious today, I believe, over Tri-Village in a game this afternoon here at Minster. So Coach Wist and his girls are
humming right along.
Yep.
Yeah, let's take a look at our numbers of the first half. All brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems.
Unofficially for the Waynesfield Tigers, 2 of 9 from 2-point range. A very impressive 6 of 12 3-point shooting. A total 8 of 21 from the field for the Tigers. They were 1 of 2 from the foul line. For Minster, 13 of 21 2-point shooting, 2 of 10 3-point shooting, a total of 15 of 31. Still not bad shooting for the Wildcats at 48%. And rebounding, Tigers with 13, Minster with 18.
DeWitt misses the shot. Rebound comes down to the Wildcats up court quickly.
Turnovers, 10 for the Tigers and just 5 for the Wildcats.
Niemeyer showing that presence inside. He's got 11 points, 7.5 minutes to go. Lead now at 14. Waynesfield had brought, 6 points?
Yes.
They got to within 6 points, and we're mounting a pretty good threat there. But the Wildcats finished that second quarter strong. Now they come out to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good start for them here. If they want to maintain and maybe deflate that energy that Waynesfield had, they're going to come out strong here with a good 3 minutes, first 3 minutes.
Glick missed the 3, inside pass. Niemeyer to Albers. Albers makes it look easy, but a good pass by Niemeyer. A lot of size inside, makes it easy.
And a good pass, you're right. He's moving, caught it well. He doesn't miss many. He's a 60% field goal shooter, and a very, very high percentage of them are 2-point shots, and he's been very good for the sophomore this season. He now has 9 points in the ball game. Also about 9 rebounds a game, and averages just over one block shot a game.
Glick will draw the foul as he goes inside.
He is pretty quick to defend. I mean, that's a pretty athletic move to the basket. A lot of speed there for... That was on Kaufman.
That was Kaufman, excuse me. I thought that was Glick going inside. Kaufman will go to the free throw line.
3 points in the game, a 3-pointer he made in the first quarter. Averages around 6 points a game.
Thompson will go out. Jay Carter will come in.
Actually, 23, I meant to tell you, is Keegan Morse. 23 for Waynesfield is Keegan Morse. He played in the JV game, and so it's
Stephen Morris.
Keegan
Morris. Oh, this guy.
Yes.
Way up top.
Yep.
Keegan Morris, 5'8" sophomore. Original roster had those numbers different. Into the lane. And once again, McClurg will draw the foul.
DeWitt will go to the line. He had a nice second quarter, made 8 of his 9 points in the second quarter. He's currently 2 for 3 from the line tonight.
Free throw off the front of the iron. Right at the 6-minute, 21-second mark here of the third quarter. Free throw is good. 14-point Minster lead. Here comes Steffi. Lead pass Albers. Easy bucket. Transition basket. Albers hustles down the floor.
Yeah, I'd say he was probably a rebounder down here and was the first one back on the offensive end. Good hustle by the sophomore.
Kaufman back over to DeWitt. DeWitt into the lane. He'll get Carter. Short jumper is good. Jay Carter, 6'5" senior for Waynesfield, gets his first basket.
On his first shot, and a good use of the bankboard, so good penetration, good bounce to Carter, who finishes, as you mentioned, for his first points of the ball game.
Steffi wants to get it inside to Albers, but the Waynesfield defense
Carter with the hand, yep. Carter deflected it. Stepped out of bounds.
DeWitt out of bounds, so that will be a turnover by the Tigers. And Minster will have it with a 14-point lead. Minster looking to pick up win number 9 on their home floor.
Also their 6th victory in a row.
Turnaround jumper. Boy, Cole Albers, they get it inside to him. He's got such a nice shot inside.
Soft touch. Yeah, and it's a pretty good move, and he's going against a 6'5" Jay Carter, so, got a body and a gentleman in his face, but still able to finish it with a nice kiss off the glass.
Glick shot no good. McClurg with a rebound. Glick will guard him. He'll get it up to Steffi. Steffi across the timeline. He'll take that jumper. Boy, that is the Brogan Steffi shot right there.
Is that the third one we've seen tonight? We're right around that foul line. Mid-range jumper, you don't even know if you have that in the vocabulary anymore, but he's nailed 3 of them for sure. Pull-up jumper right from that foul line area.
That's the shot he likes to take, and somehow DeWitt gets away with that. Turnaround jumper or short jump shot by Glick is good. Glick has 12 outside. That's McClurg's spot, but it pops in and out. Albers grabs the rebound. All the way back out. Niemeyer back in. Steffi. Shot doesn't fall. Rebound Carter. Here comes Glick in front of the Minster student section. Three-pointer by Kaufman. No good. Niemeyer will bring it home. Up court into the lane. Big man goes. Roll doesn't go. Albers. Niemeyer, and in between that, Landon DeWitt at only 5'10".
Niemeyer misses his attempt. A lot of times you see the next whistle and foul. It's usually on the guy that missed the shot. Niemeyer trying to make up for the good drive he had. The ball doesn't drop, but he does pick up the foul, his first of the game.
Glick with it against Steffi. He's going to take the 3 off the front of the iron. Kaufman has it, ball on the floor. He'll tip it back over to DeWitt. DeWitt gets it out to Kaufman. Barnes will come out and catch the basketball. Glick trying to work off the screen. Barnes dishes it off to Carter. Short jumper, no good. Barnes has the tip, but Albers gets the rebound. Outlet pass Steffi. Steffi going into the lane, draws the foul.
Doesn't take Minster long to get the basketball from one end to the other end, and they have put the accelerator down and forced the action.
Fun team to watch. Wildcats with a 16-point lead, and that's even without one of their primary scorers in Cole Richards.
Yeah, Richard injured his ankle last night. He averages 13.7 or so. He hit this shot last night. He had a great third quarter where Minster really opened up the game against New Knoxville, and later on hit a three-pointer down in the deep left corner there in front of what would have been at New Knoxville by the Minster bench, and landed on a New Knoxville ankle. So hopefully taking tonight off, able to get ready. Again, they have a short turnaround time as they got to play again on Tuesday. Tomorrow's a Sabbath, just take that off, right? And then you come back on Tuesday to play Marion Local. And then a big one Friday against St. John's.
That's quite an MAC challenge right there. You got to believe the Flyers are going to be playing better as we near tournament time. Of course, Delphos St. John's playing quite well. We got a timeout on the floor. Waynesfield, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and remind you that tonight's game will be replayed on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on channel 152 on January 29th at 7:30 p.m. and channel 3 and 503 on February the 10th at 2 p.m. February the 12th at 2 p.m. You can also watch games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com /sports. And, of course, Live View sponsor tonight. I want to thank the folks at Borchers Family Floor Store for allowing us to broadcast this contest live.
And that's
as well
important.
As replays.
Important to know that these Minster home games are streamed live. So if you know of someone or a family friend, whoever can't make it, they can always pick it up through us and watch it. And school gets reimbursed some dollars for that transaction as well. So if you can't make it, you can watch it online live.
Tonight we got Waynesfield and Minster. Waynesfield will chase that one down, ball off of a Minster player, and DeWitt will come back across the timeline. Barnes, he'll go inside. Ended up being open. Kaufman inside to Glick. Glick works for the shot. It doesn't go. Niemeyer, McClurg going in for the layup, and Cole McClurg has 7 points.
Didn't I just say it doesn't take Minster long to go from one end to the other end, and that took about 3 seconds.
Let's see what the call is this time. It most likely will be on McClurg.
Yeah, tough break as he kind of was trying to hold his verticality, and DeWitt kind of forced the issue, and offense wins the call that time, and going to the free throw line will be DeWitt. This is his 1, 2, 3, 4th trip to the line.
Cole McClurg is one of those players that's just improving with each game. Had Minster a couple different times this season, early and a couple weeks ago against St. Henry. And as a sophomore, he's getting better. And Wildcats overall, like you said, Jeff, 6 in a row?
Well, 5 in a row. This will be 6.
This will be 6.
And you and I had the St. Henry game where they were a
whisker.
Desperation three-pointer in this corner right in front of us. It went into force overtime, or if not, they pick up a big league win against St. Henry.
Schwedeman with the bucket. And then last night, St. Henry in overtime beats New Bremen. Hits a couple of free throws with just a couple of seconds left to put it into overtime. Carter, 15-footer, shot, bounces around and out. Niemeyer. I think Niemeyer and Albers have gotten all rebounds, it seems like.
They've got a lot of them.
Steffi putting on a show. Brogan Steffi.
5 1/4, 12 in the game. 12 to match his jersey number.
Minute 35 to go in this one. Wildcats really taking over right now. Ball goes out of bounds. Waynesfield will maintain possession.
Waynesfield coming in had won 3 of their last 4, 6 of their last 8 after starting the season 0-6. So they've been playing some pretty good basketball, but they're out without one of their leading players tonight and then playing a very good Minster team that's been very hot in rhythm, if you will. So tough battle, but Waynesfield, they continue to battle. I realize the game's, 21 now, but they've got some guys that are fun to watch offensively. They can definitely shoot from distance. They've been going to the basket. They've had trouble rebounding because of their size. Oh, boy. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
It's going to be a block on Carter.
Yep. Niemeyer or not Niemeyer. Yeah, it was Niemeyer and Carter. Basket went in, didn't it? No, I didn't watch. Must not have. I was just watching below to make sure everyone bounced back up.
Carter's a big post player. Niemeyer at the line. That one doesn't fall.
And evidently it didn't go in because no one has said a word about the basket counting, so I must have.
This is what happens when you're on a Saturday night and you've seen more than, 5 basketball games this week? Maybe a few more?
Counting JV and the Ohio Northern game, 7, 8,
a bunch
9.
of them.
Yeah, who knows, but it's fun.
It's January. That's why you do it. Yeah.
That's right.
Niemeyer, he'll connect it. Got to be at a basketball game in January because there are a lot of basketball games in January. And you take a look at that Minster-Marion Local Tuesday night game, you just scratch your head at Marion Local trying to make up all these games.
It's
tough.
They'd be the best ones that know how to do it. They do the make-up games every year. Of course, the things got a little bit more challenging when they added 2 more games to the season. Now they got to figure out how to get 22 games in when they start at about the midway through December time frame and try to squeeze that in.
then you have a couple of injuries on top of it.
Yeah,
and
so
things like that happen.
And then the grumblings because you're not undefeated, and what are you doing? You're not winning all your games. Well, we've had a lot of adversity and stuff to working through, so.
And, you look at that, just looking at Marion Local specifically, such a short period of time. You got to go through all these obstacles. Minster actually had that early in the year. They had a little bit of injuries. Theirs was all at the beginning of the season. Of course, they're also another team that was gearing up after a extended football run. Not quite as long as Marion Locals, though. There's the free throw, pops in and out.
We talked about it earlier. Albers does have the orange, teal, almost like Miami Dolphins colored jersey or shoes on.
He does, 2 different colored shoes.
I didn't notice that last night.
Got to be his lucky shoes. With it is Kaufman. Back over to Morse. Morse. Outside shot by DeWitt. Pops in and out. Holman will fire it up to McClurg. Going to graze the official and go out of bounds.
That might have been the best defensive stop the Goshen Tigers have had in transition here recently. The official getting away.
Minster has a little bit more depth than Waynesfield, and you can play at that pace. And suddenly, here we are at the end of the third quarter, and Tigers not quite as crisp as they were in that second quarter.
Minster just has not physically seemed like slowed down, and 2 or 3 times tonight Minster's been able to beat the Tigers back on transition offense.
Albers with another rebound. Wiedemann will have it, and that's going to end our third quarter of basketball. Our score, Minster 55, Waynesfield 36. We'll move on to quarter number 4. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Minster will have the basketball to start our fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us here on NK Telco Sports, our live view sponsor, Borchers Family Store, as Minster will have the basketball up 55-36.
They outscored Waynesfield 18-11 and did so on some high percentage shooting as they start the fourth quarter with a nice ball movement, a bucket by Niemeyer who gets fouled, but in that third quarter, Minster was 8 of 11 from the field. And 8 of 10 from 2-point shooting, 0 for 1 3-point. Again, Minster 8 of 11, tough to battle. In this case, Waynesfield to kind of keep up with that pace. You're understaffed, you're playing a better team, if you will, and then Minster continues to shoot well, so they don't give you any opportunity. And Waynesfield hung in there with 11 points in the third quarter, but just 3 of 14 from the field were the Tigers. And Minster, like you said, we talked about, seemed to beat them down the court a few times for some easy opportunities that helped that 8 of 10 2-point shooting number. So Minster just continues to roll, and they're offensively at 58 now. They've scored 74 their past 2 games.
Barnes misses the 3. He hit the first basket of the night for Waynesfield, way back.
Has not scored since, has Barnes.
Steffi's working on the lane, 15-footer. Albers makes it, puts it off the glass. Minster's lead, it's 24 now, 60-36.
Again, about 10 points off second chance as there's a turnover, but last night, double-digit points off offensive rebounds for the Cats against the Rangers, and also double-digit points for Minster last night off turnover that they caused against New Knoxville. So about over, I think, 25 points last night came on offensive rebounds and points off turnovers in their 74 points against the Rangers.
Steffi gets it over to Schmiesing. He'll take the 3, in and out, rebound. Barnes. Up court comes number 14. Gets it over to Glick. Glick into the lane. Nice move and makes the shot, draws the foul.
Again, pretty athletic player, Glick. At 5'11", had to kind of protect, contort his body to shield the defense, and in doing so, got the shot off, not only made it, but took contact. So, again, a very athletic player.
14 points on the night. Foul goes against Brogan Steffi, his second.
Glick averages right around 14 and a half, so he's at 15 now, and that's right at his season average.
McClurg with it. Back over to Albers, puts it on the floor, loses control, taken away by Barnes.
One of the few mistakes Minster has made tonight, especially from Cole Albers, just couldn't maintain the dribble.
3 by Glick off target. Albers with the rebound. Niemeyer up court. McClurg. That's his spot. Telling you, that's his spot. Cole McClurg.
3 feet behind the line and in front of your dad.
That's right. He knows where that spot is.
McClurg now with 10.
He's into double figures. Wildcats sporting 4 players in double figures. Counter is
DeWitt.
Landon DeWitt.
His third made triple of the night. He now has 15 points to tie Glick with Waynesfield's high honors.
Beautiful assist by McClurg to Albers. Wildcats, things are shaping up for him.
17 points for Albers tonight.
McClurg will get the rebound after the Albers deflection. There's the feed to Niemeyer. McClurg, and we got a timeout, Waynesfield. They're going to take a break with 5:29 to play in this one. Niemeyer with 16, our score. Minster 67, Waynesfield 42. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
67-42, Minster with the big lead as we've got 5:29 to go. Waynesfield coach Brad Klum takes the timeout.
His team needed a break, and unfortunately, got a timeout, had to take it. Minster was just beginning to outpace the Tigers.
And Glick will connect on the 3. 18 for Glick. Albers lets Barnes go up. Puts the shot up, but he'll get his own rebound, misses it again, and Holman will grab the rebound, but a foul on Waynesfield when Holman brought the ball down.
The last time Albers scored here in the quarter, I mentioned he had 17 points. He had missed 1 shot. Well, he just missed 2 there, so that'll bring that percentage down. He came into the ball game shooting 60% from the field, and he's attempted 3 or 4 3-pointers on the season, but most of his shots are interior shots.
Holman with the rebound off the Steffi miss.
More points off second chance, he and Holman that time.
Glick shot no good. A rebound to Albers. Barnes will take it away from Albers. Albers and Barnes will end up with it together. Jump ball. Basketball will stay with Waynesfield-Goshen. Noah Schwederman, 6'4" sophomore, will come in. Kaufman, shot no good, right into the hands of Albers.
He's got to have over 10 rebounds, wouldn't you say?
Easy.
Couple block shots, or 1 for sure. He'll shoot his 5th, I think, 3-pointer of the year.
Count it. Cole Albers says, hey, I can shoot it outside as well.
He has maybe 4 or 5 on the year now. He's made 3 of them, I think, so he's about a 60% shooter.
Barnes, fadeaway jumper, no good. Schmeezing with a rebound. Up court quickly. Holman lets Barnes go up, puts it up and in.
Not exactly how you'd wanted to finish, but boy, used all 4 sides of the rim, and another kind of pump fake to let the defender go by. And Ian Holman now with 6 points.
Gonna have to pull those RPI ratings out here pretty soon, Jeff. See where everybody stands. This Minster team looking pretty good. Jump shot's gonna go for Jace Kaufman.
Now their offense has been really pretty good. 74 in their past 2 games. They've got 73 right now with 3.5 minutes to play. So they beat Ansonia 74-48. They beat New Knoxville 74-45. Their head now 73-47. So chance here to increase this will be their season high if they can score the next basket.
Amazing. Ball tipped away. Here comes the Tigers trying to break. DeWitt's not going to be able to pull that one in. That's going to be a turnover out of bounds by Waynesfield-Goshen. It's tournament time. It's kind of interesting to see. I don't know, have you had a chance to look at the seedings?
Just briefly. There's a lot of numbers. It's new, so you look at them, and still half of the season to go, just under half. So there's a couple new Wildcats in. Number 20, Dominic Meyer, in for the Cats. And thought somebody else came in.
Number 3, Andrew Wiss is one that's back in.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And
he goes by Drew Wiss, I'm understanding.
Drew Wiss?
Yeah, D. Wiss.
D. Wiss. Drew Wiss. Waynesfield trying to keep it in bounds. It'll go off Schmeezing. Good hustle by the Tigers.
DeWitt throwing it off of Wildcat to force Minster turnover.
Out of bounds once again, but Waynesfield will maintain the basketball. So Wiss and Meyer, a couple of sophomores into the lineup for Minster. 73-47 the score. Here comes Glick. He's got 18 on the night. Into the lane. He'll get it over to DeWitt. DeWitt moves inside. Oh, he traveled, but they didn't call it. Back out to Glick. Shot no good. A rebound. It's going to come down to Dominic Meyer. He'll get it over to Drew Wiss, who comes across the timeline. Meyer back over to Noah Schwederman. Wildcats can take some time off the clock. Got the big lead. They'll go inside to Holman. Easy pass to Schwederman. Unable to make the shot. Holman puts it up, but Schwederman will grab the rebound. Picked off there by Morse, and the Tigers come up court quickly. DeWitt back to Morse. DeWitt's going to go inside to Carter. He'll bump around there with Holman, and that'll result in a turnover. Here comes Schwederman. Schwederman right side. He'll put it off the glass, and we'll draw the foul on Carter.
Carter doesn't like the call. That's his 5th. He'll finish tonight with 2 points, and tough break for Carter, who had some foul trouble tonight, but will finish the game here with a foul against Schwederman, or giving Schwederman the free throws.
And Jaden Michael, number 22, will come into the game here for Waynesfield. 6-foot sophomore is going to get some playing time. Minute 56 to go as Carter fouls out. Schwederman's free throw off target.
It's basically 3 games in a row for Minster where the score has been about identical. They've been at 74 the past 2 games, and they've given up 48 and 45.
Second free throw is good, 74-47. Here comes Glick, baseline, back out DeWitt for the 3. Shot no good, rebound Schmeezing. Schmeezing, ball tipped away by Glick, and it goes out of bounds. Drew Wiss will inbound it. 5'11" sophomore gets it back into Noah Schwederman. Wiss comes out front. Right side to Dominic Meyer, now to Schwederman, inside Holman. He's open and he puts it up. And Landon DeWitt with the foul. That'll be Waynesfield's 4th foul here of the 4th quarter.
A new season high in points for the Minster team, and out 76 as Homan has now scored 8 points, 6 of them coming here in the fourth quarter.
Glick will come out. Nice performance by the sophomore. Ty Wireman, a 5'9" junior, into the lineup. Michael with it, number 22. Back over to Morse. Morse, right-handed jumper, no good. Holman will clear the boards. Into the final minute of play. Schmeezing will get the bucket.
Schmeezing had a 3-point bucket back in the first quarter. This one here now is 5th point. He came in averaging just under 1 point a game, so get some contributions out of a player that normally isn't asked to score. It's play good defense and be a nuisance on defense, which he does very well.
Schmeezing hits the free throw. Now with 6 points, and it's 80-47. Wildcats with a big offensive explosion here today. They just simply wearing down Waynesfield. Tigers made a little bit of a run there in the second quarter, pulled to within 6. But it's been all Minster. There's the turnover. Schwederman, he'll dish it off to Holman. And Ian Holman into double figures with 11. How many double figures?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 into double figures for Minster, as DeWitt with the basket. He's got 17. And that's going to be it as the clock counts down. Final seconds of this one. And the horn is going to sound. And that's it. Minster. Minster 82 and Waynesfield 49. That's our final score, 82-49. High scoring affair for the Wildcats. Best offensive output of this season. Wildcats jumped out to a 12-point first quarter lead, 23-11. And Waynesfield cut that to 6 points about midway through the second quarter, but then Wildcats just finished strong in the second quarter, went to the half with a 37-25 lead, and then in the second half, they put on an offensive display as they rack up 82 total points and come away with a 33-point victory, 82-49. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Borchers Family Store, and NK Telco. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Our player of the game, which will be coming up here shortly, brought to you by NK Telco. And our halftime and post-game statistics all brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. Our live view sponsor, Borchers Family Floor Store. That's Borchers Family Floor Store. And our sponsors, additional sponsors for tonight's game, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Nice gesture by the Waynesfield varsity squad as they actually go over to the one bleachers where their fans were sitting and help do a little maintenance and cleanup chores. Nice gesture by the Tigers.
Don't know if I've ever seen that.
I've seen it one other time. I got to remember where and when, but I've seen it one other time.
So they went into the stands and picked up the trash.
That's correct.
Nice.
Very nice gesture by Waynesfield. And we'd also like to remind you the replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. Channel 152 on January the 29th at 7:30 p.m. And then on channels 3 and 503, February 10th and February the 12th at 2 p.m. And you can also watch games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports. And more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And I tell you, if you go deep into the site and you find the schedule, go right there and you can pick whatever game you want to watch live. Very conveniently, very easy to do. Just find that schedule. So let's take a look at these numbers brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems.
Well, a lot of numbers here, so hold on tight. These are unofficial, of course. For Waynesfield, 6 of 20 two-point shooting, 9 of 23 three-point shooting overall. Waynesfield 15 of 43 from the field. They were 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Minster, another hot night shooting, 30 of 45 two-point shooting, 4 of 15 three-point shooting overall. The Wildcats unofficially 34 of 60. So that's over 50% for at least the third straight game. They were also 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Rebounding, Waynesfield had 18 rebounds. Minster 42 rebounds on the night, 16 of those offensive. Unofficially 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, maybe 13, I think, second chance points coming off those 16 offensive rebounds. Great job there by the Cats on the boards. Turnovers, Waynesfield 15, Minster 13. Coach McClurg talked about having more assists than turnovers. I'm pretty sure that happened tonight. I don't keep assists, but think of all those full court transition opportunities where they were able to beat the Tigers down the court, and I would say tonight that assist to turnover ratio was maybe not 2-to-1, but definitely was more assists than turnover. So congratulations to the Cats for a dominating performance, as Dave mentioned, with the scoring. So, job. Well, it's 3 times in a row I've seen him, and offensively reminds me of the 70s. Remember how those games went, Dave?
Yes, I do.
No, I don't, but tell me about it.
They were actually higher scoring, but Minster's on that same plane.
You know what's kind of, I won't say it
number of shots. How many shots did they take? They took 60. So they got 82, so their efficiency is, of course, you have the three-pointer in there. How many threes you got in there?
They made 4, so tonight was more of a 2.
4, so maybe you back that off just a little bit, but you're looking.
And you take away the 4 three-pointers they made, a couple pull-ups, jumpers by Steffi around the foul line, and that shot chart is going to be plastered with around-the-rim shots. So, and one thing I mentioned, there are 3 games that they beat here, Arcanum, or Ansonia, New Knoxville, and Waynesfield. They've dominated, but they've never got above 35, so they have the ability to play a full, in this case, 32 minutes. Some of these teams, when you get the clock lead runs, you have, not that that's important, but just, Minster played hard the whole night. I give Waynesfield credit. I mean, I really thought it was going to be a running clock at halftime, and they hung around there. I think we had a timeout by Minster. Well, it was 31-22 in the first half. But Minster was in control, but Waynesfield never gave up. They continued to move the ball. They got a couple of nice guards. It can make things happen. So, again, they
hit a few threes and they stayed around, that's for sure. I mean, they didn't go away until about midway through that third quarter.
Minster now can focus on their next league game on Tuesday against Marion Local. Hopefully Cole Richard will be back and healthy, or at least be able to participate. And then that's a big one. Then they have St. John's here at Minster on Friday.
Well, that's shaping up to a big one, as Delphus St. John's and Coldwater, I believe, are the 2 leaders in the MAC, unbeaten in league play, and St. Henry just a step behind with only 1 loss. So a lot of basketball to be played. And our player of the game tonight, the big man inside, all brought to you by NK Telco, Cole Albers.
Number 42 on the roster, finished with 20 points. He only missed a handful of shots, multiple rebounds. It had to have been a double-double again for him. With rebounding, I mentioned the block shots. He finished well around the rim, and congratulations to the 6'8 sophomore, Cole Albers, our NK Telco player of the game.
Big night here at Minster for the Wildcats, led by Cole Albers, our player of the game. Final score one more time. Yes.
Well, did I say the score for the game? Cole Albers with 20.
No, you didn't.
15 from James Niemeyer. So Niemeyer matches his uniform number. Noah Sweeterman 7. Brogan Steffi 12. Connor Smeezing 6. Good input from him. Cole McClurg 10. Ian Homan 11. For the Wildcats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in double figures. And for Waynesfield-Goshen, 20 from Landon DeWitt, 18 from Levi Glick, 6 from Jace Kaufman, 3 apiece from Carson Barnes, 3 from Carson Barnes and 2 from Jay Carter for their total of 49.
So big night, 82-49, our final score here from Minster. Thanks for joining us. Great high school basketball as the Wildcats warming up for the stretch run in the MAC and also for that tournament upcoming. Wildcats the big winner, 6 in a row. We'll move along. 82-49 the win for Minster over Waynesfield-Goshen. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Jeff Henchen. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.